So today is the extension of the post on Instagram at public vlog, PUBLICVLOGG. It goes more into detail about each of the cards, but this extension is going to be advice and a message from masculine to feminine, feminine to masculine. So the first question was, what is holding the masculines back? We get the Four of Swords. So it's a time period of contemplation and restoration of energy, getting in tune with thought, recuperating from maybe past. Next, we have what's holding the feminines back. So some stuckness as well. Some doubt, some self-loathing, some self-worth issues. Maybe feeling a little broken or damaged. Giving someone the cold shoulder or receiving the cold shoulder, feeling that coldness or giving that coldness in some way or another. Some self-doubts. Time to renew faith. To fill your energy with love. That's what you're doing at the moment, but also that's what it's maybe holding you back, that you're not working on it in ways that actually bring up stuff or help to address the issues that you are experiencing. Cold feet, so a little inaction, but also with being too stuck to a certain outcome, you risk inaction as well. The next one was advice for masculines. So we have to trust your intuition over advice of friends. There is some deception from someone or ones. And this is just a little recap, so go to the post to see the full description of each read on the card. Balance your logic and your emotions. Kill any self-doubt. Use your leadership, your skills, your achievement, creativity to gain recognition and some success. Don't isolate. Okay, yeah, and I'm just going to go with that. If you want to see the rest of it, because I'm reading off the descriptions I wrote out for them pre-read, so if you want to see like fully in depth what each card was the reading for, just go to that post. It's going to just be the pictures. Because this extension is going to be the advice for this. So the advice for this, what's holding the masculine back, and the advice for your energy, advice for what's holding the feminine back, and the advice for energy, and then just maybe a couple cards on what is some things you want to express to each other if you are in a separation right now. If you're not in a separation, it could still be some things you want to express that you just haven't brought the words up to. So advice for the feminine, kill any jealousies, any insecurities. Don't take any action right now. Well, okay, with the insecurities, don't just kill the insecurities, address them, work on them, work through them. But the jealousies, yeah, kill the jealousies, work through them. Become introverted at this time. It's going to lead to a lot of success. Go to and talk to your most trusted friends. Allow for growth in this time. Okay, so just a little quick recap. Now I'm going to go into some shuffling for shuffling for advice for the masculine. Okay, so the advice for the masculine, I'm feeling you have been going for your successes. You have been going for the gold. You have been going for your goals. You need to bring something to the table. You need to bring something to the relationship. You need to bring some sort of offering or like present or prize or something where all this contemplation and alone time is you should have something to come back with to the situation. It could be something physical, it could be something more metaphorical, like just an upgrade in your energy, an upgrade in your actions, but you do want to head towards this person. You want to take your time still, go at your own pace, but have something to bring different than any times before. Some advice for the feminine in this time. So this card flipped over, but I'm not gonna fully just take that one. I'm gonna take this one, and then I'm gonna get another good shuffle for that. Okay, so we do have the King and Queen of Wands. The Queen is in reversed, which this was for, what was that card for? So this was the advice for the feminine, and that advice again was stating to talk to your most trusted friends about the situation. Go introverted as well. Work on self. Work on insecurities and jealousies and flaws. But the King of Wands is all about making that action. So it is a pair suit where once the two align, it is about action and moving together. But actually, these cards are going to be pulled for outcome of the situation. So this one, I believe what I said still applies, but outcome is that you are going to bring you are going to bring something to the table. You're bringing, if you follow this advice, you're going to be bringing something to the table, and you're going to be headed at your pace, slowly but surely, in divine timing. So outcome with feminines. So this my brain is like really skipping beats today. It's like I keep losing my train of thought, keep losing what I was gonna say, what even the card is pulled for. Okay, holding the feminine back. So holding the feminine back is that you giving a cold shoulder, you're receiving the cold shoulder, but also it is let me go back over that. Oh, feeling of, self-worth, doubts in yourself, being generous and loving to yourself, and others as well, but mostly in self is, if that's not done, then, you know, that is what's going to hold you back. But also that advice is to, you know, trust in your friends, go introverted, kill jealousies, address insecurities. So those are the main things I'm pulling up from this card. There's more to it on, if you look at the post, there's more to the description of this card. I have this camera rigged up. But, so outcome is, for a moment, you will still feel bound and trapped in your thoughts, but it's a self-imprisonment. You look at this card, you see that this rope is like very loosely tied, but it's like wrapped around self, and she's standing. So it's like, how can someone just tie you up like that without you falling over, you know? So you're doing this to yourself. It seems like you're not going to follow that advice to maybe, or fully follow the advice to address insecurities and worries and jealousies. But let's say you do. I feel that's when this card comes in. That's when you're going to want to take action towards this masculine coming back in. You're going to be strong enough to take this action and to be confident in yourself and confident in the outcome. Also, advice is don't be so stuck on the outcome for feminine. But this one, I feel like you're looking to the masculine coming back in to say, okay, whatever this offer is going to be what I'm going to go with, and not so much it has to go a certain way, if that makes sense. Because when you have expectations, you realize that you are more in a negative state and more of a fear state than a loving state and a positive state. You are going to be very strong in yourself at one point, but first you have to get out of this imprisonment, this stuckness, this self-doubt, this self-loathing, this self-insecurities, and feeling unworthy. Yeah, I do feel that you're going to be strong enough to take action and make the proper action and not do any reckless behaviors, any sporadic emotional outbursts or emotional based decisions. You're going to be making very strong decisions and using your discernment. So now I'm just going to get 2 cards on message back and forth. So masculine to feminine. I'm going to just do a shuffle. What does masculine want to say to feminine? What does masculine want to express? The world wanted to flip out. So you are this person's world. You are this person's, not happiness, so to say, because no one should be anyone's happiness. But you are this person's peace. So, advice for, or message. See, like, I don't know, is it still retrograde or what? But, masculine, what does he want to express towards the feminine? What does he feel, want to say, want the feminine to know? I'm feeling the masculine wants to know, let the feminine know. He is coming back in his power. He's going to be very strong. He's going to have a new grace about himself. But it is for certain that he wants you to know, if you guys are in separation, that he is coming back a very powerful person, a very at peace in self person. So you just want to wait for that. You don't want to rush things. You don't want to be in your head and in your insecurities and in your doubts, or feeling self-conscious about self, because it's not you, it's them. One, and two, it is time to just heal for the both of you. And three, you don't want to be so stuck to an outcome, because when you have this outcome in your head so much, it kind of pushes the progress back. So there's going to be a very calming assurance and strong. I feel like there is going to be some type of I don't want to say gift, but a gift as in something, a metaphorically, like something worth waiting for. So just be patient. Don't be looking to him for all the answers. Work on yourself, do your healing. But that time when it comes, it's going to be very different. Also, if you're not in separation, I feel like this masculine wants to let you know he's got your back. Don't worry. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so he's got your back. So I feel like there's maybe some worry here. Maybe that's where the doubt is coming from. But it's a time where there's still a lot of healing need to be done in togetherness, especially if you guys have been intimate. It causes you to be harder to pull away from each other. But since you haven't pulled away and worked on yourself internally, separate, you two feel separate. You feel distant together. But just know he's got you and he is working on himself. I'm just going to get a message from the feminine to the masculine. This card stayed down, so I'm going to flip that over some point in this. I feel a couple of cards for this reading. I was only going to do just so I pulled these before. The what's holding masculine back, what's holding feminine back. Advice for masculine, advice for feminine. Advice or outcome when advice is followed. This one just came out, so this was more so kind of get you from how to follow this advice and get to this outcome, or how to follow this advice and get to the outcome. I don't know if you can see all of it. It's very rigged up right now, but it's fine because you get the gist. Okay, so this one stuck to the table, so we're gonna see what that is in a minute. So this is still message from feminine to masculine. Please give me feminine message. I'm feeling this feminine wants to offer something as well. Feminine maybe want to offer emotional support in this time, to bring some like healing and some love, even if the masculine, you feel that you don't deserve it, or whatever separation took place, you don't feel that the feminine still emotionally is there for you, will care for you, is concerned for you. But I feel the feminine wants to bring back that emotional, or wants to still let you know that there is emotional support. And then in this, if there is no separation right now, the feminine is needing to pull away her emotional support. She doesn't want to, or not she, because feminine energy is fluid. The masculine doesn't have to be the male, the feminine doesn't have to be the female. But the feminine, I feel, should pull back emotion, or is pulling back emotion, physically, but spiritually, there's still a lot of emotional support towards you, towards the masculine. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. For more message, I want to say, towards feminine to masculine. Lost my train of thought. So this one is, I feel, saying, I'm not really getting a clear reading on this one actually, but I do feel there is some strong strength in this feminine, and it is feeling or looking, or it looked as if, you know, there was no strength in this feminine, but she's very, sorry, the feminine is very strong still, even though it doesn't look like that. Or if it does look like the feminine is strong, maybe she's not so strong. So this is a vice versa card, I feel, to whatever is going on. Yeah. So if you feel your feminine is very strong right now, maybe she's not, but in a way where they can hold their own and they're doing good, but they're not doing good without you in separation, and or wanting to have that separation. And if the feminine is not looking so strong, just know that that person is very strong logically and thinking about a lot, has grown a lot. And yeah, this is a vice versa card. I feel like flipped between those two energies. And I'm looking at these plants. So I'm feeling like this person is a strong person, these feminines. But on one side, they look strong, but are not actually so strong, because in the reverse, or they don't look so strong, but they are very much logically strong and thinking about a lot. I'm sorry, that one was just a blur. A friend walked in the room and I kind of just totally flew my thought, if my thought wasn't already all over the place. But it just threw my thought a little bit. But I feel like that is pretty much what was meant to be said for that one. I'm just going to do, okay, I'm going to look at shadow card. So shadow card, we have Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck. So I feel the fear for both parties is in the head too much, is being in the head too much. And the fears are coming from this self-imprisonment. But it is in reverse. I didn't say that. It is in reverse. So you are getting out of that, the both of you. Yeah, your clouded judgment, your cloudy thoughts are actually on the same page together, in separation or without separation. It's going to be going together, growing together. You're going to have lots of abundance and success together. With the Seven of Cups, it's so many options. You gain so many things to choose from. It might seem overwhelming. It might even be multiple people to choose from. But in the end, don't let these thoughts, these fears get the best of you, because you have to look beyond the physical surface, and you have to look beyond the self-imposed doubts, worries, insecurities, and fears. I think I'm going to do maybe 2 more messages, because that was, I feel incomplete, honestly. Even though there's a lot of cards, I feel there's some more to be said. Okay, that one flew right out. Yep, masculine. So just confirmation again with the 8 of Pentacles that he is working on self. He wants you to know, or I keep saying he and her, but masculine persons is coming back strong, and if not separated, is working on themselves when you're not around. Message from feminine to masculine. Feminine to masculine, please. Feminine to masculine message. What do they want them to know? For the last card, read out. Feminine to masculine. Okay, this one also flipped out. So more pentacles. This relationship is going to be very materially abundant. We have about, we only have a couple pentacle cards, but I'm just they're just standing out to me like very hardcore right now. 4 pentacles. There is a hold on their life. Well, okay, so there is maybe some things going on, struggling in the feminine's life, but they're getting a hold on it. They are getting some successes. They're working on themselves as well. They want you to know that I feel they have you as well, no matter what. And when you give an offer, or you're even if you're not in physical separation, but it feels like separation and you feel so distant from each other, they are holding on to your whatever you have to offer them. When the work is done, when the healing is done, when divine timing is in order, they are going to hold on to that. It's going to be very precious to them. So just continue to work on that. And feminine, just continue to work on self, and masculine, work on self as well. Be a masculine. Feminine. Well, I feel that's it. Thank you. Love and light. Namaste.